All right, y'all. Lena just scored this victory on Travis Hunter. His wife scored another victory on him. I don't know how, and I don't know what she did now, but we about to learn and find out and react to it together. Let's see what's going on, man. What did she do now?
It's official, guys. Travis Hunter is officially a married man, and a happy man for more than one reason. Number one, he got the girl of his dreams, Leanna Lene. And number two, he signed a pretty big contract over $45 million with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Damn, that's how much his contract was worth? 45 M's? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And then if they get divorced, she gonna get half of that. So that's 20 M's. Damn, just from being married to, that's crazy.
He has his dream chick with his dream career with a whole bunch of dream endorsements. The question around the internet is still this: did Travis Hunter get married without a prenup?
Big news today. Wide receiver Travis Hunter, who just signed a $50 million NFL contract, apparently got married in Tennessee. And now the internet is ablaze with it. What is he actually giving up here by failing to do it? I mean,
in Tennessee, I believe they are an equitable distribution state, which means that things generally are split equally, but it doesn't have to be exactly 50-50. And so with something like a $50 million contract, depending on when the divorce occurs, if you were in California, there's an argument that, she could be entitled to exactly half of that contract. That's not necessarily the case in Tennessee. There's also a bunch of other factors like the length of the marriage, and other things like that would affect how much money she would be walking away with if the parties were to get divorced.
So this particular law firm did some research.
Wow.
And honestly, they were wondering why Travis Hunter got married in the state of Tennessee. Now, if you're in a state such as California, you split the properties of each you and your wife 50-50 down the line, or whatever you earn.
So California is even worse than Tennessee. That's even worse than Tennessee. It's automatically like, yes, it's split down the middle 50-50. If he would have married her in California, she would have all back got $25 million in the divorce. If she was to divorce him like next year or something like that, she would have got like 25 M's. Oh man, it's even worse in California.
Goes, and it also determines the length of the marriage and things like that. But in Tennessee, it doesn't have to be equally. That means Travis Hunter could walk away with 80% of his earnings and she would get 20%, or maybe she could get 80% of the earnings and he would get 20%. So could this be a tactical situation?
What?
But wait, there's more.
Wait, so she could get more than 50% up in Tennessee? Oh my God. Oh my God. She could possibly get more than half the earnings that he made. And she didn't catch not one single football. She didn't play one down. How do they come up with this shit, bro? Like, for real, how do they come up with this shit?
and this is my final takeaway. I think the internet needs to calm down a little bit. This is a personal decision that this person makes.
Facts.
You know, a lot of people still consider marriage to be a sacred contract, and it's quite challenging to come in and promise somebody you're going to spend the rest of your life and then say, hey, by the way, let me have you sign this prenup. So I'm going to give this young man a little bit of credit in just being brave enough to make his own decisions. So everybody, just remember, pay the game, not the player. All right.
Boy, y'all sit your stupid ass. Now, the gentleman here is pretty much saying that, hey, listen, you guys need to calm down. This is a young man that's trying to do the right thing. Marriage is still something very sacred. So that's all you guys should be worried about. However, that is not what everybody is saying. If we look at this particular post, there is a celebrity attorney who's very, very popular by the name of James Sexton. As you can see here, class act, Celebrity divorce attorney James Sexton is offering free prenup agreements to the entire 2025 NFL draft class. Sexton advises that no rookie follow in Travis Hunter's footsteps.
Damn! They done started some shit now. He said he advised that no one to follow in Travis Hunter footsteps, Mary and Lena, without a prenuptial agreement in place before signing his massive $46.6 million rookie contract. So not only is a lawyer telling others not to do this, but he's offering and extending his helping hand free. He's offering free prenup agreements to the entire 2025 NFL draft class. That's how. And he a real one. He's a real one. He's a real one. That's how you know it's crazy out there. Oh shit. He's a real one though. Shout out to him. Shout out to him, bro.
Allen made without a prenuptial agreement in the first place or in place before signing his massive $46.6.
No, come on. No, James is a real one. James is a real one. Hold on. We gotta hold on. These damn commercials. James is a real one though. James know what's up. That's what I'm talking about.
Place before signing his massive $46.6 million rookie contract. Now, I've never heard of James Sexton before, but I had to search who he was, and when I did, I came up with many videos around his name. I came across this particular clip.
90% of people have had a first marriage by age 50.
Well, you will have been married
Yeah.
at some point.
If you are listening to this right now, 9 out of 10 of you will be married by like age 50. The divorce rate currently for, I guess, first marriage is what, 50%?
It's a little higher than that. 86% get remarried within 5 years of their divorce.
Okay, so it's like...
So it's not only do 86% of people who've now been through the horror of a divorce, even the friendliest one is a terrible
But now we're
divorce.
doing it all over again.
They're going to do it again. Let's.
What the fuck is wrong? I mean, but what the hell is wrong with people? What? Almost all of them decide, hey, I know that marriage failed. Let me get married again. Almost 90%? How? No. If I ever get married, I'm only getting married one time. Like, what do people think this is, bro? This is not get married 10 times. This is not what we doing, bro. What? What is wrong with people?
Let's do it. We're in.
But wait, there's more.
Is it true that divorce rates for a second marriage are higher than 66%?
Yeah.
And then third marriage, 75%?
Yeah, it's even higher.
What is happening? You would think...
No, for real, what is happening? So it gets higher and higher. So every time you get married, you're more likely to get divorced. So the first time you get married, it's a 50% chance you're going to get a divorce. That's half percent. 50% chance you're going to get a divorce. The second time you get married, if you decide, I want to get married again to somebody else, the second time you decide to get married, is 66%. It's higher. The ratio is higher if you get a divorce. And then the third time you decide to get married, it's a 75% chance you're getting a divorce. Yes. Once again. Damn. That's crazy. And I'm a numbers guy. I'm not man lie, women lie, the numbers don't. I'm a numbers type of guy. So I'm learning everything I need to learn and everything I need to know. Thanks for this information. Thanks for the numbers. Thanks for this information. I'm going to make sure I'm taking notes. I'm locking it in the key bank right there.
You feel like you're getting better at it. Like you're like, okay, I failed once. Like,
No, it teaches it statistically it shows the opposite.
Exactly.
Which is
What you mean you getting better at it? We going off numbers. Statistically, it does shows the opposite. Not only is you're getting worse at it, you're failing at a faster and higher rate. Like you're getting divorced and then doing it again, getting divorced again even quicker and doing it again. What do you know? No, you're not getting better at it. Well, you're getting better at divorcing. Yeah, that's what you're getting better at doing. Divorcing. Yes, you're right.
You're not good at it, and the chances of you getting better at it go down.
Exactly.
My client is on his 5th divorce right now, and I've done his last 3 prenups.
So Mr. Sexton says that most people divorce the first time at a very high rate. Then they're dumb enough to get married again. And I
Facts.
believe like the second time divorce rate is like 75% no. Stop. These are the same people that says, you know what, I'm more mature now. I'm more ready to engage in marriage. And I think I'm good this time. Sounds a lot like Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, right? But wait, he also said that there's a third time that they do it, and it's almost like 80%. So people go through divorces and go through all of this traumatic experience.
No, getting married for a third time, knowing that it's an almost 90% chance you get a divorce. Man, you're a real lunatic. You're a real insane. You're not even a lunatic. You're just retarded. You're slow.
Only to continue to experience these things back and forth, over and over again. So when
Oh
Mr.
my
James
goodness.
Sexton says that none of these guys should do this without a prenuptial agreement, he's actually talking about his experience. He's not giving his own personal opinion on this. He's giving it from what he sees in the field. And that's important for people like Travis Hunter. I understand that you love her. I understand that you believe that you're going to go through this life with her. And that very well may be her position. However, that usually is not the case. And other brothers have been talking about this here on Black YouTube.
Travis Hunter just got married. First reaction, good move or bad move?
Bad move.
Shout out to Lapeef Network, right? And they're going to bring this brother that's there is going to bring a strong point home.
It's in fact a bad move. Emory University did a research study that found that men who spend more money on wedding rings are more likely to get a divorce. So the men who spent between $2,000 and $4,000 were 1.3 times more likely to get a divorce than men who spent $500 to $2,000 on a wedding ring. And the men who spent $20,000 or more on a wedding ring were 3.5 times more likely to get a divorce than men who spent less than that. And there he is dropping the bag on the wedding ring. So that right there is just being objective according to the data. That right there is it's not looking good. It's more likely that he's going to get a divorce.
The brother says that men who spend the least amount of money on their wedding ring.
Well, low key, not to say that kind of makes sense, but it do. And the reason I'm finna explain why it kind of makes sense. Because obviously, if the man is spending $500 to $1,000 on a wedding ring, he obviously don't have no money. So ain't no point of his woman divorcing him that quickly or divorcing him for she's not going to get nothing out of the divorce. She probably get more by being with him than divorcing him. Now, when you spending $20,000, $50,000, $100,000, you are a man with money. You got serious money to drop off. So with that being said, the woman is like, oh, he got millions of dollars. I'm gonna take half of that millions of dollars by divorcing him. Like it's easily to put together, to put two and two together. Like, oh well, since we having our troubles, I'm gonna just get a divorce and take half the money, But when y'all going through troubles and y'all both broke, she like, shit, ain't like I could take nothing from him. He ain't even got no money. I understand. That actually makes sense. That the richer guy, it's a higher chance the guy with the more money getting a divorce even higher than the broke guy. That actually makes sense, believe it or not.
Rings
Well, that's
or
my dog,
engagement
Mark.
rings stay married the longest. It makes sense.
Shut up!
Because you're not under booty clapping conditions. If you give your wife a small ring or something like that, it means genuinely that your wife loves you and wants to be with you for who you are. But in the case of Travis Hunter, it appears that this was based on some booty clapping conditions. because when he got married to his wife, hey, he spent like $600,000 on a Mercedes-Benz truck. I'm pretty sure he spent millions of dollars on a wedding. He got married in Tennessee. He pretty much did everything that she wanted. And in order for him to keep that lady, those are the conditions that he must operate under. And many men that typically do this, well, it's already showing the lady that you have money and you're already buying her anyway. So once
See, I told you it makes sense. I told you it actually makes sense when you really think about it. I told
he
you.
gets the ability to divorce you, she's gone. So what else is important?
Did you know that NFL players that are multi-millionaires, 4 out of 5 of them are either going bankrupt or reporting that they're having financial distress? That's literally, for every 5 NFL players, 4 of them are either bankrupt or having financial hardship.
Damn. That's 90%. That's crazy. What?
After they play, of course. There was even a documentary that came out that was called Broke, and it talked about exactly why NFL players are going broke right after playing. And one of the main reasons, as I thought about it, was probably because of this.
But wait, there's more.
Most NFL players have perfected the art and the craft of playing football. But the reason that most of them go broke is because no one's taught them how to be financial literate. Think about it. You go from playing football where you're making barely anything in college, everyone else is making money besides you, and then the next thing you know, you're a multimillionaire, literally with 6 figures and 7 figures that you're making a month and a year. It's really easy to spend that money thinking that it's going to be there forever because you never had money before.
This brother talks about how most
That's the
NFL
crazy part about that though, is that if you never, I can see if you come from money, but if you never had money before, what makes you think that this money is gonna last forever and that you won't be broke again? Like, I don't see how people go from being broke to getting rich as far as in the sports world and then spending it all like they didn't grow up poor. Like you grew up poor, you should be more humble and more wise. Like, I know what it feel like to be broke, so let me actually save and use my money for good use only and not waste it and just throw it all away. Like, you would think that's how they would think, but for some reason they don't. They don't. 90% of them do not think that way, and I don't know why. I don't.
Athletes, 80% of them go broke because they don't manage their money. Now, it is true that most men are not getting married in the NFL like before, but if you can look at a prenuptial agreement or getting married out of a prenuptial agreement, that could take substantially a lot of money away from you. It's a tool to go broke. Okay, you've already spent all this money, you're financing things, you're buying houses. You got to understand that when you have money, you're helping your family and doing things like that. So yeah, I mean, this is a bad situation. And unfortunately, a guy like Travis Hunter believes that he's going to be the exception and not the rule. When in case Mr. James Sexton is saying, no, bro, you're probably going to be the rule. I mean, remember DDG. DDG thought that he was special until he found out that he wasn't.
He's right, you know.
Now he's going through the baby mama drama like everybody else. Despite the fact that he's making a lot of money on Twitch and he has every opportunity in his life, he's still down bad. It's just what happens. I think that most guys need to understand that you're not special either. Not me or not you. If we were special, we would have been seeing that we won't experience the same struggles that everybody else does. But we do. And that includes love, it includes sickness, it includes health, it includes relationships, it includes good days, it includes bad days. Only thing that you should ever do is protect yourself, because you don't want to end up in a horror story like we know Travis Hunter is going to end up in. So guys, what do you think it should wait?
Oh, that's it. Okay, y'all let me know y'all opinion as well, man. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. We just going based off the numbers, and the numbers is telling us that it's not looking good for my boy Travis Hunter. 80%, 90%. Those are not good numbers. Those are not good numbers at all. Y'all let me know what y'all think, though. If y'all agree with this video, comment down below. Hit the like button if y'all enjoy watching this with your boy Jamar. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see y'all in the next video.